welcome to the program. They have earned the reputation of being one of the most glam couple in Maryland in the United States of America. They have portrayed this glam spirit and philosophy to an activity that falls nothing short of glam and glitz. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the program, the CEO and Queen of Kelly Weddings and Decor, Yvonne and Robert Takusi. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you, Lindsay.
All right. Okay, the first thing I want to know from you is you own one of the most renowned decor houses or decor business in the United States, particularly in Maryland. Tell me a little bit about this decor house, the name to start with.
We have two kids.
Yeah.
You know, Kelly is our daughter. She's the first one. She's 14, and Michael, our son, is 11. So when we decided to give a name to this company, we decided to go with our first child, who's a girl, Kelly. So we called it Kelly Weddings and Decor. But initially, my wife, she wanted it to be called Kelly Weddings. But since I was thinking more broadly about what we're about to get into, so I said, let's call it Kelly Weddings and Decor, because we do celebrations, we do weddings, we do destination weddings, corporate events.
All right.
So that's why we call it Kelly Weddings and Decor.
What motivated you to get into this activity, Yvonne?
Decorating is my love. It's my first love. I love to decorate. I go into any space and I'm looking to see how I could beautify that space. I find myself at events only thinking of how I could make it better. So, and this is known by all my friends, family. People, when they buy new houses, they call me to come help in decorating. I go help in choosing linens for their windows and beddings for their bedrooms, and even as far as baby showers or creating a baby's nursery. And Christmas time or holiday seasons, I find myself going into different houses and doing their Christmas trees or doing their, if it's Easter time, I help in decorating birthday parties or christening.
So this thing run in your veins.
So I love decorating. I love decorating and anything.
A lot of people get confused, the mix up, the word decor and design. Can you throw more light on that?
Yeah, decorating, or I should say interior design or designing. If we have an event coming up, the first phase of the event is the designing phase, where you go out and scout for the venue. And if you find a venue, it could be in a square box or it could be in an already set up venue, or you can go out in a landscape like you do outdoor events. Now to design it, we start determining if we need tents, we need what sorts of chairs, we need tables, stage, and all that stuff. So we get all that designing in, and then the decorating part is mostly the day of, where you actually go and embellish and decorate and dress it up, put tablecloth. So that's really our expertise.
Did you receive any formal training to do what you're doing? Where did you get your expertise from?
Like I say, I've always loved decorating. I follow experts in the business.
Yeah.
We attend all sorts of shows. We attend bridal shows. I have several mentors that I follow, and I follow them all around the country.
Yeah.
I go to their shows. I buy their books. I subscribe to to everything that they do. So most of my inspiration comes from all of that.
I think she has a third eye, you know, and that is part of the reason why I'm very much vested in this business. Naturally, she sees things that normal people don't see.
Exactly.
And her creativity is just beyond imagination. So, and you can see it reveal itself in every final product. Everywhere that we go and we do a job, everybody's in awe as we walk out of the place.
Let's get down into practicals. How do you match colors? Because you have a lot of stuff that you have to put together. But I think the most difficult part is matching colors. So how do you match colors? How do you put together all the thousands of things that you've got?
Choosing colors, most of the time when I speak to a client or when a client comes to me or to us about an event, when I ask them, when we nail the color down, depending on the weather. Thank God we're in this part of the world where you have the autumn, you have spring, you have summer, and then you have winter. So that helps us to determine colors. For example, if a client comes to me and say, I have an event, there's an event in spring and they're talking of using icicle blue or silver, I can advise on the fact that we're in spring. We want to see bright colors. We want to see pinks, reds, fuchsias. So when we get all the color schemes together, then we put it together and determine the theme of the event. And based on the event, we can use blues in different shades. We can use pinks in different shades and then match it up with whatever color to accentuate.
Let's talk about you and your client. Where do you first of all find your clients? Do they come to you or you go looking for them?
We have several ways that we reach out to our clients. We are registered in some online magazines. They call Wedding 411. We are on Perfect Wedding Guide, and most of our clients is by word of mouth. You know, which is the old traditional way of outreach, where people who have experienced our work, our delivery, they are our best salespeople. So when they come to us initially, the first meeting, I determine what their budget is, the date, the capacity, volume, how many people they're sitting and all that. And when I find the frame that they are within a client I would love to work with, then I'll send them over to Yvonne, who does the design and the scheme of what they need, and then whatever we have or what we don't have, I will find it. If I have to fly to the Philippines or to Hong Kong or Japan, I'll go get what we need for the client.
How do you manage a client that has no idea when it comes to seasons or colors and stuff? How do you manage amateurs?
I know some clients come to us where, like you say, they're amateurs. They don't know. So someone will call me and say, "I'm doing my wedding. I don't even know anything." So I usually work with them from scratch. I ask your values. I ask you simple questions. What's the color of your bedroom? What do you like? What is your best color? What are your daughter's best color, your son's, or anything of that sort? And if I realize that the client, some clients come to us just for decorating, some clients come to us for planning. So if you come to us for planning and decorating, I love to work with you step by step to bring your event to life. But we have some difficult clients, no doubt. We have some clients where you will keep repeating yourself, even though they come to you as they don't know, but then they're challenging what you're bringing up to them. And we recognize those clients. And when I recognize a client is difficult, I usually tell Bob, and I tell him, I said, tell that client to stop calling me, okay? And we make it clear, you know, we don't want to waste your time or my time, so we usually make it clear. I want to let the client know, if you know better or if you know somebody else who can do it better, then not to waste my time or your time. Let's not do any contracts.
Now tell me a little bit about the 2015, which is the 4th edition of KWD Showcase.
When we started the showcase number 1, showcase number 2, we did showcases of different tables, different decorations. But we realized that over the years when clients come to us, in order not to have an event replicate another event, we started doing events by themes.
Okay.
So if you see 2015, we put it out there that it was a theme event. We called it the Coco Chanel theme.
Okay.
And with that, by designing the event, we found out what Coco Chanel colors are. We found out what she liked. Coco Chanel, of course, you know, is a fashion.
Exactly.
Yes. And we found out exactly what she wants and what she represents. And the entire decor was all based on items of Coco Chanel. Centerpieces represented her hats. Some centerpieces represented her perfume. Some centerpieces, the chair covers were her colors pink and black. So that's why we started doing the theme events. And from theme events, it's kind of good for us because we never replicate. You can come to me and you want a blue and black event. He can want a blue and black event. And when we do both events, they'll be different events.
Wow.
Because each event will tell itself.
They have their own story.
We try to represent your lifestyle, your personality, even your traditional beliefs, who you are.
Okay.
So even if you want something in blue and black and she wants something in blue and black, you are two different individuals. So we
You work with personalities as well.
And also when you come into an event, a main thing too, when you come into an event, you can determine if this event is a Christian versus if this event is a wedding.
Okay.
You know, sometimes you go to an event and you're sitting there and have all this different sorts of event. I'm thinking, are we in a wedding or are we in a in a little corporate event? Or so Kelly Weddings, we really put emphasis on when we design events.
How does this showcase boost your activities? Because it would seem like it's very important to organize this showcase. So how does it boost your event?
It's one of the main medium that we have used to reach out the mainstream America. So what I do is, when everything is said and done, all the images, I do like short 2-minute clips, and I send it to Black Entertainment Television, and I tell them that, hey, this is what I do, this is what we can do.
Everything you see, we actually do it by ourselves, Bob and I. We are really praying and hoping that we have two folks or somebody who will one day relax and say, you guys go run this event. Because but right now we're trying to brand the name, we're trying to build a name. We want to meticulously do everything by ourselves.
And quickly,
yes.
We have staff. We have about 6 people that work with us. But when it comes to when it comes to something that's serious, we want to do it because we know how to place the items.
You said something very important. Letting it go someday for some other person to pick it up, and you say, go ahead and do this, and you stay behind it.
Yes.
Have you ever thought about opening an institution where you're going to train people on doing decor?
Well, that hasn't come in right now. Probably down the road sometime. But we want, for example, we're losing business sometimes because when clients call us, we're already booked. But if we had that other person or the other people whom we can say, we have an event in Baltimore, we're running the one in DC, we could do that. But now we don't have that advantage because we don't have anybody that we can really trust. We have a crew that we work with, but it's only during the event that we all work. Only after we have put everything together, and then.
But everything we see,
everything
it is Yvonne and Robert.
Everything in decoration we do. Even we have vendors that come in. We have the caterer, we have bartenders. For our showcase, we set up all the vendor stations. The reason why we do that is because we want to market what we have. We set up all their stations and all they come with their items, the food.
How can you guys do all this and at the same time have that relaxed attitude, looking glam after doing so much work? What's that secret?
We had that leverage, that I said, that opportunity of doing it like 4 hours every day. So go Monday, take 4 hours to do a little bit. Come Tuesday, 4 hours, do a little bit. So
just timing.
Yes,
a question of timing.
Under the makeup and under the lipstick, there's stress. Even on that runway when we're posing, we're standing. I'm asking Bob, did you get the champagne openers? Did you get so? There's stress.
Wow.
From every little bit to the end of that day.
Wow.
You know, but you just have to.
It's worth it.
It's worth it, yeah.
How was the feedback like?
It's been amazing.
It's been amazing, and every showcase, from the first showcase to today, thank God, we're having people asking us to do 2 showcases a year, which is something we can. It's very difficult to do 2 showcases in a year with all the other events that we have. So we try to make it, and I think we'll keep it only 1 showcase every year.
Now, apart from decor, it would seem like you guys are giving back to society because you feel like you've been blessed, and you do a lot of charity works. Can you tell me more about this?
Yes, we have a foundation that is very close to our heart, the Pacha Foundation. It's some friends of ours. We are connected through, like we have like a 3-generational. It's a generational relationship from our grandparents to our parents and then us. So, but they have this foundation where they try to create cancer awareness, especially in Cameroon. But they go to various villages and try to do screening, early detection, and care for cancer. So we offer our services to them every year. We do a complete setup, like you go to a real upscale presidential banquet, and help them raise funds towards their next initiative. And in our showcase also, every year we give $1,000 to to a recipient that we think is making an impact in the community.
Tell me a little bit about challenges. All cannot be rosy when it comes to decor. What is the most difficult part in doing decor? What is the most difficult part of in doing this job?
For my part, the decorating part, most of the decorating problems that I have is budget. Sometimes he cuts the budget so low. You know, he puts so much emphasis on the budget where some of the things that I want to like really do, I cannot do. He's holding my hand tight. But other than that, when we have, like I told you, a difficult client who will not want to see or get advice on decorating. When I'm doing that kind of decoration, I'm not really feeling it. Because I'm just doing, I know for sure this is not supposed to be, but you know, you want me to do it as a client, and I do it. So those are the difficulties that I usually get when I'm doing the decorating.
You work, Bob, you work with your wife, you are a team. How has this whole business impacted your life as a couple?
It's been a very, very interesting experience. We spend a lot of time together, so definitely the bond grows. But it's also very challenging when we knock heads, like when I'm slashing the budget or when she's doing something that is not necessary.
Well, I find myself keep saying, can we stick to CEO and decorator? Because sometimes husband and wifey thing is coming in. When we're sitting on a meeting, you know, especially for budgeting, the client says this is what they want, and when I try to like defy him, he's taking me to that husband team. Those are the challenges we have, and then sometimes I can drag into the house where, you know, he's looking at me, I'm not talking to him, and that goes for like a couple days, and you know.
But it's been very interesting and very fulfilling.
Yes.
Doing this business, I want to believe that you have gone places and you've met all types of people. So I should say you've seen it all. Can you quickly just tell me your best experience doing this deco job and your worst? Let's start with the best.
Okay, I'll start with this. You know, I'm a kid of the 80s. I grew up as a young adult in the 80s in Cameroon in the 80s. So when the movie Coming to America came out, I watched that movie for about 20 times. That was just around 1988. That was when I was about a couple of years before I came here. So I watched that movie about more than 30 times in Cameroon, anticipating coming on. There's this scene there about the world of Astoria, if you've watched that movie, the majestic building with the
all the moldings.
James Jones there, coming down with the leopard skin.
Exactly.
You know, so when we had a call to do a job at the world of Astoria, it was a thrilling experience. We went through the United States Secret Service clearance, the FBI clearance, NYPD.
Wow.
There were about 50 presidents around the world in that building, and we had to set up a presidential banquet in that building. So it was a very, very exhilarating experience for me.
And to add to what Bob said, there has never been an outside vendor come to decorate at the World of Astoria.
So it was like a historical moment, even for them. We have a review on our website from the World of Astoria. If you look at our website under testimonials, there's a thing
because
there.
Even the lady that does events at the World of Astoria, after the event, she said, "Oh my gosh, she couldn't believe it." And then, you know, it was magical. It was a magical moment.
My worst moment is when client comes to you and you give it your all, because we go above and beyond and try to engage the client, you know. And to us, when you take Kelly Weddings and Decor, you're virtually buying one and getting the second one free. So we had this client, we did everything that she wanted. She actually gave us an advance payment, setting up everything beautifully, and she just calls us and says she found somebody
who can do it
cheaper and she wants her money back. So I just went
in an
to
instance,
the bank and I refunded her to the last dime.
Yes. The reason why we did that like I said, is because we don't want to rub our name into any negativity. If the guests that were going to be coming to that wedding, if we had forced or we had fights or quarrels, people could take things to another level. I didn't want that, and I'm a strong believer of when God shuts the door, another one's open. There must be a reason why that client has met someone who's going to do it cheaper. So hey, let's take their money. We're going to make more.
I know we have said that you can work with all types of clients and all types of budget. But let's just kind of create some kind of an average cost so that those who are out there have an idea of what they need to put together if they have to have KWD. Now, the first thing I have to ask, can you work in Cameroon?
Well, for now, you know, Lenny, both of us, we've been out of Cameroon for a long time. Yeah, so we really don't have that base there.
Yes.
So, but right now we're just trying to focus here in America, get our feet planted well on the ground. We have to set up the infrastructure, set up, you know, I mean, because the delivery that your viewers are going to see here is what we are going to deliver in Cameroon.
Wow.
And
So
definitely, it entails getting
on
the ground, having the warehouse, and then everything, you know. So I would love to do that, but we want to, for now, focus here. If I may, or if we may do anything, it would be like to supply vendors.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, if we have like Pacha Foundation, that's something that if they will need, or if they will, if our expertise will be needed in one of their in any event that they're doing in Amenda Village or Kura Village, it will be something that we really love to do. I would rather we go to Cameroon on the basis of that charity than to do something where we'll get paid for now. The money is good, but
it's not.
For us, I usually, or Bob, we don't want to say there's a low budget. Like I told you, we have an inventory of almost everything and we own them. Before we started this, we used to rent from different companies, event rental companies. But now that we have everything, we try to work with the client. We try, depending on how you approach us. You know, you have this young couple come and say they want to do their wedding and they only have $10,000 saved. Okay, and for $10,000 they want everything. We run everything: food, drinks, vendors, everything, flowers. So that might not be enough, but because of we know they're developing family coming up, we work with their budget. For example, I can tell you, for your $10,000, you're not gonna get fresh flowers. You're gonna get synthetic flowers. For your $10,000, you're not gonna have a variety of meats. You're just gonna have chicken. So we work with whatever budget you bring, so that we don't send nobody away saying, "Oh, I have $500 versus $5,000." Yeah, because you can do a wedding for almost every budget, but don't come with $300.
I know. That's being unrealistic.
What I do also is I try to let you, even when we give you the deep discount, I will try to let you know what the actual cost is. So I will run an invoice of what you are requesting, how many people, multiply everything, just run everything, and then say, hey, here's your total. Okay, we can accept your 10,000 because of family relationships. And things like that.
Yeah, but we always have to show the client what your event is costing.
Okay, all right. We've come to like the end of the first part of this interview. I'm going to introduce you to what I call tic-tac. Your strength, Bob.
I'm a speaker, public speaker, and I'm very calm under pressure.
I'm a perfectionist, and I'm very good at her. I'm very good-hearted.
Yeah. Your weakness.
Impatient.
Yeah.
And sometimes I procrastinate.
All right. How about you?
My weaknesses are I turn to want for everyone to see my way sometimes, and
OC. Yeah. Okay. Now, this one goes for Yvonne. If you had to choose, would you consider yourself a big picture person or a detail-oriented person?
Detail.
What is your take on the philosophy small is much?
Sometimes little is more precious, it's more elegant.
3 qualities of a good decor.
Clean. Color scheme. Less is more.
Yeah. All right, we're going to have 3, both of you name 3 of your back home friends.
3 of my friends at home.
Yeah, in Cameroon.
I'm giving a shout out to my friend, and we call him the captain. It's Fidelis Akbo, he's in Douala. I have my friend Chetita, he's in the University of Boya, he's a professor there. And the 3rd one, actually, I'm giving a shout out to the guy who always takes care of me when I'm in Cameroon. That's our family driver. His name is Aruna. He's very popular.
All right. I can guarantee you the other friends, they're going to kill you.
I know.
Go ahead.
I've been out of Cameroon for 28 years and I've not come back, so I don't think I have any friends per se right now that we talk to. But I have my sister Blanche Nyambi, I have my brother Serge Nyambi, and my in-laws.
What do you miss most back home?
Food. Oh my God, I miss the food.
It was a pleasure having you on the program, and I wish you well.
Oh, the pleasure is ours.
The pleasure is ours.
Yes.
And it's with that we come to the end of today's edition of the program. See you next time.